Zoe TV.
Saturday mornings are for pancakes and cartoons, but this Saturday morning was different. Zoe found something weird in his cereal box. Not a toy prize, something much better. It was a tiny silver marble, no bigger than a grape, and it felt warm in his palm. When he rolled it around, it made a soft whooshing sound, like wind through leaves. He was sitting at the kitchen table, turning the marble over in his hands, when it started to glow. Not bright like a light bulb, but soft like moonlight. The marble grew warmer, and then something amazing happened.
Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to watch my videos daily.
The ceiling disappeared, replaced by millions of twinkling stars. His chair transformed into a comfy pilot's seat, and the kitchen table became a control panel covered in colorful, blinking buttons. The silver marble had become the steering wheel of a real spaceship. And somehow, Zoe knew exactly what to do. He gripped the warm marble wheel and gave it a gentle push forward. The ship responded with a happy hum and lifted off, right through what used to be the kitchen ceiling. Up, up, up they went, leaving his house behind. The neighborhood looked like a toy train set from above.
Wow!
The ship climbed higher until Earth looked like a beautiful blue and white ball, spinning slowly in the darkness. His first stop was a surprise. The ship seemed to know where it wanted to go, and it wasn't the moon. Instead, it headed toward a group of floating rocks, asteroids, spinning and tumbling in space like giant, rough marbles. The ship weaved between them carefully. Some were as big as houses, others small enough to kick like soccer balls. One asteroid was covered in what looked like purple crystals that sparkled like jewels.
Beautiful!
Another one was perfectly smooth and black, like a giant bowling ball. The ship landed gently on a medium-sized asteroid that was flat on top, like a space parking lot. Zoe stepped outside, and wow, he could jump so high.
That is unbelievable!
With barely any effort, he bounced from rock to rock, floating through space between them.
Huh, that is so
It
cute!
was like being on the world's best trampoline. The view was incredible. Stars everywhere, like someone had thrown glitter across black paper. Back in his ship, the next stop was Mars. The red planet looked like a rusty playground. The ship touched down on a wide, dusty plain. The ground was the color of brick, and in the distance, Zoe could see enormous mountains that made Earth's mountains look tiny. He found what looked like dried-up riverbeds, winding across the land like old scars. He picked up a handful of the red dirt. It was fine and powdery, like cocoa powder. When he threw it up in the air, it fell down much slower than it would on Earth. The ship's next choice surprised him again. They flew toward a place that looked like a giant soap bubble floating in space. As they got closer, Zoe realized it wasn't solid at all. It was a nebula, a huge cloud of colorful gas and dust. The ship dove right into it, and suddenly they were surrounded by the most amazing colors. Pink, purple, green, and gold swirled all around them like they were flying through a rainbow made of cotton candy.
Look at that!
It smelled sweet, somehow, and the air felt tingly on his skin. After the colorful cloud, something fast and bright zoomed past the ship. A comet. Its long, glowing tail stretched behind it like a flowing scarf. The ship followed it, and Zoe felt like he was surfing through space. The comet's tail was made of ice and dust, and when some of it brushed against the ship, it felt cool and fizzy.
Guys, I see something over there. Is that a soccer ball? Oh, wait, that is a planet! Unbelievable!
A planet with rings, but not just any rings. These were made of pure ice, spinning in perfect circles around a pale yellow world. The ship flew right through the rings, and ice crystals tinkled against the windows like gentle rain. It was like flying through a tunnel made of diamonds. The ship then took him somewhere really special, a space station. It looked like a giant wheel spinning slowly in the darkness. The ship docked at the center, and Zoe walked inside. The station was full of friendly robots who beeped hello and showed him around.
Wow!
There were gardens growing under purple lights, and a big window where you could watch planets drift by while you ate space ice cream. The robots gave him a present, a small telescope that would always help him see the wonders of space, even from Earth. They waved goodbye with their metal hands as his ship undocked and headed home. The journey back felt quick, like time had sped up. Soon, Earth grew bigger and bigger in front of them. The ship slipped through the atmosphere like diving into a blue pool. Clouds rushed past the windows, and then there was his town, his street, his house. The ship settled gently back in the kitchen. The control panel became the kitchen table again. The pilot's seat turned back into his breakfast chair. The silver marble was just a marble again, sitting next to his bowl of cereal, which was still somehow warm and not soggy at all. But the little telescope was real, sitting right there on the table. And in his pocket, he found a small piece of that red Mars dust, proof that his adventure had been real.
See you tomorrow!